Welcome, my friends, to a place where we share inspiration and positivity. Hello, YouTube friends. Join us as we unravel the mysteries surrounding Al-Janiya. Al-Janiya is a Palestinian village in the Ramallah and al-Bireh Governorate located 8 kilometers northwest of Ramallah in the northern West Bank. According to the Palestinian Central Bureau of Statistics (PCBS), the village had a population of 1,296 inhabitants by 2017. Now, let's shift our perspective and explore location from a different angle. Al-Janiya is located 8.5 west of Ramallah. It is bordered by Al-Zaytown and Ain-Kinnia to the east, Ras Karka and Kafranisma to the west, Al-Zaytown and Al-Ishad to the north, and Der Ibzi to the south. Moving forward, we'll be taking a closer look at etymology. Originally called Dijna, in 16th century Ottoman documents, the surname Dijni is derived from it. Roymar and Ran Zodok have shown that the initial D was lost for assimilation of the silent D with the J doi like in chicken. Now, let's shift our focus to history and embark on an intellectual exploration of its various dimensions. Shards from the Iron Age to Hellenistic, Roman and Byzantine era have been found here. Shards have also been found here from the Crusader Ayyubid and Mamluk eras. There are Arabic and Greek inscriptions in the village mosque, which has been dated to 731 AH, that is, 1330-31 CE. Brace yourself for a captivating discussion on Ottoman era as we explore its nuances and implications. Shards have been found here from the early Ottoman era. In the Ottoman census of Urs, Al-Janiya was located in the Negev. In 1838, Al-Jani was noted as partly a Greek Christian and partly a Muslim village, part of Beni Harith area, located north of Jerusalem. Al-Janiya, together with Aras, were the chief towns for the ruling family of Simon. The chief sheikh of the Simon family was Ismail, who was killed by Ibrahim Pasha in the 1834 uprising. After Ismail, Hassan es-Said and Muhammad ibn Ismail became the rulers. In 1870, Victor Guerin found it to be a village of 400 inhabitants, all Muslims except a few Greek schismatic. He also suggested that the mosque stood on the site of a previous church. An Ottoman village list from about same year found that the village had a population of 29 Greeks in 8 houses and 268 Muslims in 58 houses, though the population count included men only. It was noted that it was located NWW of Ramallah. In 1882, the PEF's Survey of Western Palestine SWP described it, a small village on high ground, with 2 muqams and a well on the east. On the north is a modern graveyard. Olives exist round. 2 different estimates were given of the population at Etchinage in 1896. One gave a population of 528, while another estimate gave the population to be 342 Muslims and 36 Christians. Now, let's shift our perspective and explore British Mandate era from a different angle. In the 1922 census of Palestine conducted by the British Mandate authorities, Al-Janiya had a population of 177 Muslims and 3 Orthodox Christians. This had increased by the time of the 1931 census to 245 Muslims and 5 Christians in 60 houses. In the 1945 statistics, the population was 300, all Muslims, while the total land area was 7,565 dunams, according to an official land and population survey. Of this, 2,961 were plantations and irrigable land, 1,423 for cereals, while 40 dunams were classified as built-up urban areas. In this segment, we'll be unraveling the complexities of Jordanian era and exploring its multifaceted nature. In the wake of the 1948 Arab-Israeli War, and after the 1949 armistice agreements, Al-Janiya came under Jordanian rule. The Jordanian census of 1961 found 451 inhabitants in Janiya. In the upcoming section, we'll be dissecting post-1967 and exploring its implications in greater detail. Since the Six-Day War in 1967, Al-Janiya has been under Israeli occupation. After the 1995 Accords, 7.9% of village land was classified as Area B, the remaining 92.1% as Area Celsius. 867 dunams of land was confiscated for the Israeli settlement of Dolav, in addition to 1,667 dunams for the settlement of Talman. In 1989, 4,000 acres of privately owned land in Al-Janiya was confiscated and given to the Israeli settlement of Talman. By 2010, Al-Janiya had lost 10,000 acres due to Israeli confiscations. By 2012, Israeli settlers regularly came armed, taking control of a local water source. The spring, Ain el-Masra, earlier used for irrigation by Al-Janiya, had been physically taken over by Israeli settlers from Talman, who had renamed it Ain Talman. The spring Ain el-Mallah, used by Al-Janiya both for domestic use and irrigation, was in danger of being taken over. By 2014, farming on local land was difficult, since Israeli authorities have declared much of it enclosing olive groves, a closed military zone, which Palestinian farmers are allowed to access on average only 2 days a year, and many of the trees are uprooted by settlers. In November 2016, Israeli settlers attacked 4 Palestinian farmers while they were harvesting their olives. The settlers, according to Palestinian witnesses and victims, shouted, "Kill the Arabs and we will kill you, you sluts," and were armed with knives and clubs. After beating them up, they were filmed returning to an outpost below Neria, Meish Binyamin. Moving forward, we'll be taking a closer look at Makam of Sheikh Ahmed Dajani. In the center of the village Al-Janiya, housed within a mosque, lies the Makam holy tomb of Sheikh Ahmed Dajani. This Sufi sheikh, hailing from North Africa, resided in the village, then called Dajaniya, during the 16th century. He is considered a patriarch of the Dajani family of Jerusalem, whose members are said to be from the lineage of Hussein ibn Ali. However, the tomb bears an inscription stating it was built in 1330, a date that does not align with the time of the saint, which according to Muslim sources, was buried in the Ramallah cemetery in Jerusalem in 1562. Al-Dajani's occupation involved overseeing trade convoys traveling from Fez in Morocco to Medina in the Arabian Peninsula. However, after a conflict with the wealthiest family in the village, he decided to depart, despite the village mutter requesting him to stay. Before leaving, he agreed to change his last name to raise the prestige and renown of the village, ensuring everyone would know he had been a resident there. Angered by the behavior of the local villagers towards the sheikh, the mutter declared that he would change the name of Dajaniya to the current name, Al-Janiya. If you have any suggestions for future videos, feel free to drop them in the comments section.